the environmental peace building. So here it is, in front of you, these young ladies working practically and sharing their work. So I'm sure you have many questions to ask them. So I will pass now the mic. Please be brief and direct with the questions or comments. Yeah, so let's see who has some questions. Was it very clear? Yeah? Okay.
First of all, I want to thank all the young people here. They are very inspiring in raising their voices to such a very important and crucial issue, which is which need to be addressed urgently and consciously, which is this climate change. How future sustainable, how to achieve sustainable future. My question is for anyone. Yeah, I'm sure you encountered many challenges, defeats, hardships, contradiction in by implementing your goals or your projects. Okay? And I want to know how did you harness, or how will you harness it? Would you share?
As a South African, I'll speak on some of the environmental projects we've done. It's actually quite easy to start projects to get other stakeholders involved. But if you're working with underprivileged people, the most difficult part is convincing them to trust you. Because there's a lot of organizations that run like hit and run operations. And when you come, it's like you're going to be another one of those organizations that's just going to use them for PR, get some money and run. And the way to combat that is through consistency. You know, we have to accept that they don't trust us for good reason, but we have to be there, we have to be consistent until they trust us.
Thank you so much. I feel so inspired by all of those talks. It was incredible. I wanted to touch on, Sharon, you briefly mentioned the idea of community and the importance of a community in the village. And the saying springs to mind, it takes a village to raise a child. And I think sadly, these days, more and more, I see less and less of community. Especially, I live in London, and in the UK, loneliness is actually one of the biggest problems. And I think it's really sad, and I guess my question is, how do we work towards building a community? I would love to live in a world where one day if I raise a child, I have the support of a village around me, but I just don't see that happening in a capitalist Western society in a place like London. But I want to believe that there is a way to progress to that. And I guess my question is, do you have any thoughts on how we can get there, how we can get back there?
Thanks for your question, Sarah. Yeah, I'm a really big advocate for community. We cannot achieve sustainability, we can't achieve happiness, we can't achieve success without community. And I think organizations like this do really well in forming community. We also live in the era of tech, so we also have a lot of digital communities as well online, which is not the same. But I genuinely think it begins in effort, and it's a personal individual choice to go out of your way to form those relationships with other women, with your neighbors. And it is odd because we live in such an individualistic society as well. But unfortunately, the odd has to become the new norm. So we want to survive. So a tough one. It's also something I contend with as well. But for now, my answer is we have to go out of our own way to create that, and I think other women will be drawn to that as well.
I would like to add to that there is also an important aspect that is sharing. Because when we open ourselves to the others and we share, they can understand better our reality and feel connected to our reality. And from 2 people, we can build 3 people, community, 4 people, 5 people, and have a common, knowledge or a common objective or sharing common emotions. And that's how the community might be.
Hello. I just want to thank the young speakers about a very important subject, which is the environment. Yesterday we heard talk about climate change, but in fact it's about the environment. It's how we look after the planet, how we love it. Now I have a question for you, because we are writing resolution twins. It's like mother and child care. We do not really separate the ones, and I appreciate that because I'm fully into this with my own program. So if we want to bring, like yesterday, in general about peace with the world, peace building, peacekeeping between human beings and communities, we also have to be peace with the environment. We have to, also reconcile our own immediate needs with what the environment needs and overcome. So if we read this last definition about sustainability, we take what we need, but we think of the future. But we will have to lower our demands now, otherwise we cannot do it. So I think that I wanted to ask you if you agree that we will want to bring in this strength of women, bring love for nature to your family. Take them out and enjoy it. I was so sad when my youngest daughter, when she had biology, she wasn't going to be out and look at the plants and birds and bees, but she was calculating biomass. And I thought, come on, how can these youngsters ever love nature in the sense that they go beyond the economic gain and immediate need? So I would like to ask you, did I pick it up rightly to say that in fact you are expressing in different ways that this quality of women to care and love and not just look at it from only a practical thing, but that we begin with love, and that we all agree that we will promote love for nature in our families. Yes.
Maybe you want to answer? Or was a question?
Yeah, it was a question about that they were also using this morally approach in the
Okay.
sense of protection and to protect, we need protection of our earth.
Right.
And we want to protect it as we have.
With your studies, Carol, of biology, was it as her daughter that were you like only measuring or analyzing, or was it a more motherhood approach to nature, or was it only like science side?
Since, I'm a biologist, but I'm specialized in laboratory, so all the time is working with cells and macrophages and stuff. So yes, it can be complicated. I think there is important. I think studying science is important because it makes us understand how everything works. But caring about nature, yes, I mentioned that. It's just not about science. It's not about knowing a lot. That's why I wanted to talk like more in a scientific way about biodiversity and stuff. But at least it's about caring. It's about loving. For example, if you go to your friend's house and you love your friend, you're not going to try to ruin his house or her house, right? You're going to take care of it. So I think taking care of the nature is also a way to take care of everybody. Because when you love someone, you want them to be happy, you want them to be okay. So protecting our houses and our home it's another way of expressing love. So yes, it's not all about science, it's more about love, it's more about heart, and it's about loving each other.
So first of all, thank you so much to see African sisters there and to see my new home in Spain represented and a neighbour in Italy. I'm really inspired by all of you. And this maybe is a question and maybe is a comment. People ask me what I miss most by Africa, and I say the night sky. Because it was vast, it was clean. And the saddest thing for me today is none of you youngsters will see the night sky I saw as a child. And this is not only about Mother Earth, it's also about Father Sky. But equally, women have a direct relationship to the moon. We are lunar people. We are directly interconnected with the moon through our menstruations. So when we talk about sustainability, what do you think? Maybe we also have to include the cosmos.
One last question on the back, and we close it.
Thank you, and thank you very much for the presentations. I wanted to express myself and say that love is not enough. We have to act. And as youngsters and scientists, I think you have a responsibility these days. We have to act to protect the nature, to protect the environment, to protect the earth. And I believe the word environmental justice is something that we have to promote. We have to work on it. We have to understand what is this. We cannot, I cannot admit that as a housewife, I have a responsibility to not to waste water, not to electricity and all this. Yes, we have to do this as well. But the main problem of the destruction of the environment is the factories, is the multinationals, is the leaders that they don't design policies that we protect, and we make ourselves feeling guilty that we didn't do our responsibility and we should do campaign. Feel guilty is that we vote for governments, for leaders, but they don't do this.
Absolutely agree. So we have the responsibility to choose the people who lead our countries, that's right, and the ones who take the choice to take for the earth, absolutely, yeah. Okay, so I think we should close it here, right? Yeah? So let us always remember that ultimately the protection of our planet is a shared responsibility and a commitment that we must assume with determination and solidarity. Together, we can create a sustainable future in harmony with nature. Thank you for being part of this important dialogue and joining for the fight for a better world for all. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're going to have now the picture with the Women's Federation President. Let's get to the front. So first, we're going to give the award to Miss Sharon Kabubi. Our next is feel really better. Next, Gloria Marchan. And last but not least, Miss Anna Isberg. So big applause for these lovely ladies. Beautiful. Let's have some coffee and be here at 11 for the next table.